Hey guys, hope everybody is good and well. Wickfree Scott here. Today's video is for all those Scentsy Directors who have hit direct to queue, either in our group, as this will be on YouTube, and for anybody else in anybody else's group. I want to share with you my top 3 tips on how to smash that queue and get out that queue ASAP. But I just wanted to relate to you guys, okay? I remember times when I was playing rugby, and sometimes I would be permanently in a team and then I would move to another team. And I'd have to work take a step up, and I'd have to work really, really hard to get in that first team, yeah? And so once I got in that first team, it was such a great feeling. Like when you hit direct, it's such a great feeling of achievement, and you want to stay there. And then you have a bad performance, okay? And suddenly you get dropped from that team, okay? And I remember what that felt like, so I wanted to relate to you guys, okay? Because hitting direct to queue is quite similar. You work really, really hard to achieve a goal, and then boom, you haven't hit your numbers for 3 months and boom, you're in direct to queue. So I want to share with you my tips and a few stories too, okay? Please remember that your business, what it's like this time today, can be totally different from what it's like in a year's time. I remember this time last year, now we have spent our whole Scentsy careers hitting our numbers, hitting our titles, and this time last year we were Superstar Directors, so March 2016, and it was the only month we have never hit our title. And, we were so gutted. We were so annoyed with ourselves because we didn't think we were good enough. But we wanted to get ourselves out of that ASAP. So within 1 month, we hit our title back, okay? And now, March 2017, we have 10 frontline directors. So you need 4 frontline directors. We only had 3 this time last year because 1 dropped off. But we managed to get a 4th in April. And this year, we have 10 frontline directors. And 8 of those are solid directors who are hitting their numbers monthly. And 2 have gone into queue. Okay? And hopefully they're watching this video. So that is how much you can turn around your business in a year. I remember in our group, someone was in queue this time last year. And today they are a star director. Close and maintaining their star director numbers. End of story, okay? So you can turn your business around. But I want to share with you my 3 biggest tips on kicking the queue, okay? Number 1, okay? It is your hunger and it's your motivation to actually want to get out of this queue, get to director, become a good, solid director, and maintain it. It's all hunger. It doesn't matter how much training you've had. It doesn't matter how much training you need. It's not your sponsor's fault. It's not anybody else's fault. You've just got to get hungry to make sure you kick that queue in March. End of story. And I know a lady who's in the queue in our team, in our group, and I'm thinking of her right now. And I know she's hungry to do it. And because she's hungry, she will make things happen. It doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter how skilled you are. If you are hungry to achieve something, then you can achieve it. End of story. So you got to get hungry. You got to get motivated and you got to get pumped up. See, there's my hungry eyes, okay? I get them when I get hungry, okay? Not just in the stomach either. So my tip number 1 is to get hungry. My tip number 2 is to go out there and sell 2,000 PRV this month. Lead by example with your team. Okay, why 2,000 PRV? Because that's what we should be aiming for every single month, because number 1, we get an extra pay rise on that, but number 2, you're leading by example by your team, but number 3, that's going to give you 1,500 TWV towards your 10,000 TWV. Really means you only require 8,500 TWV left. Okay? Tip number 3 is to recruit 3 people before March the 15th and get at least 2 of those people to shooting star and beyond by the end of the month. What's this going to do? It's bringing fresh blood into your business. Just say 2 people get to shooting star and beyond. So minimum 1,000 PRV. That's another 750 TWV. You've almost got a quarter of the TWV needed thanks to your own personal efforts. Okay, you may get lucky. All 3 may hit shooting star. So that is what I want you to do. And from the 15th on, I want you to bring in another 2 consultants. So that equals 5 recruits by the end of the month. And you might be going, is he crazy? No, he's not crazy. Because if you're motivated and you really want something, you will do it. So 3 tips. Get hungry. Get motivated. Set your goal. Write your goal down that by the end of March, you will not be direct to queue. You will be back to 10,000 TWV. Tip number 2. 2,000 PRV. Lead by example to your team and collect 1,500 TWV towards your 10,000 TWV. Tip number 3 is to recruit 5 people this month. 3 of those before the 15th. 2 of those to hit shooting star and beyond by the end of the month. And also, when you recruit them afterwards, also aim for them to get shooting star. You could even get more TWV. So they're my tips to kick the queue this month. Let your team know what you're doing. You know, I don't mean say, hey, I'm kicking the queue. No, our team are not interested in what we're doing. They're interested in what we can do for them. But let your team know that you're leading by example and on a hunt to build your team this month. Because when you lead your team by example, they will follow you. Okay? And they will recruit too. And they will do the 2,000 PRV too, if you tell them. You know, it's not bragging. Just let them know that this is your goals this month. Okay? Your personal goals. Okay? And they will follow. So they're my tips for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and good luck on kicking that queue. I know you can do it. I believe you can do it. Now you just got to go out there and make it happen. Ba-boom!